Hey, oh my gosh, Krista, it's so nice to see you. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me. Good to
Oh,
see you.
it's amazing.
Thank
I
you.
love the background. I'm feeling the vibe.
Thank you. We're going for Zen.
Yeah, and I'm with you 100%. I would love it if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself and talking about Leah and telling her story.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name's Krista. I live in Hamden, Connecticut with my husband and my two daughters, Leah's two sisters, Livia, who is almost 13, and Kira, who is 7. And I am the mom to the most amazing little girl. So Leah was my middle child. She was almost 7 before she died. And she was just this incredible compliment to 3 girls. We used to call Kira and Livia the bookends because they're very similar. They move very quickly. They're very intense. They like sports. They don't stop. And Leah was this beautiful, still, calm girl who just took it all in. And before she got sick and I didn't have the perspective that I have now, I would remember always telling her to hurry up, Leah, hurry up, Leah. Because she would always be looking around, just like soaking in the world. And I still, to this day, live differently because of what she taught me. To live in the moment and to live in the stillness and to look around and stop and take a minute. And she was just an incredible little girl who, I remember Mike and I, she would be in the playroom just for hours playing by herself, either doing art or building or creating something. And we would always say, we can't wait to see what she does with this. We can't wait to see what all these gifts and all this beautiful way that she is. We always just say there's something about Leah. We can't put our finger on it. And it was just the way that she was designed. She had this innocence, this childlike innocence and wonder, but she had the wisdom of an old soul in this sweet little body with these big cheeks and this big smile. And she gave the best hugs. And she was always in her signature pigtails or braids with brightly colored clothes.
Oh, those
And they
braids.
never matched. They were stripes and polka dot stars and solid. She always was colorful. She lived colorfully. She painted colorful, beautiful art, and she was a colorful spirit. And that's sort of her in a nutshell. She was super feisty. Like she would dig her heels in. And I think that she was designed with these things because she needed them when she got sick and she was asked to handle things that no 6-year-old should have to handle. She had this defiance and this bravery and this fight and the ability to be still that she needed in her battle, in her short but awful battle with DIPG.
You know, a lot of money has been raised by your community for research. They have come out to support you and Leah and the entire family with an incredible amount. What does that mean to you as far as them saying we want to fund research and make a change?
It's really hard to put into words the gratitude and the respect and the love that we have for this community. We're in a unique position where we own a business in Hamden that has, over the course of the 12 years since it's been open, we've crossed paths with thousands of people. We've impacted people's lives in positive ways, right? We have a great relationship with our community. We've given back, and this is a great career to have. I love the work we do, but when we needed them, they were there. And that is just powerful because you give and you give and you give, and we do this work because we love it. It also supports our family, but we really do give a lot to our members and our athletes and our community. And you just don't, I didn't expect it to come back in the ways that it did. And it continues to. They continue to show up to all the events and support and give and also hold Mike and I up, because this is a grief and a pain that it never goes away, right? It's like you
No.
carry this burden with you forever. And that means that forever I am changed and I am affected in ways, and I show up all sorts of ways, and they're there for us. And they don't forget the dates, the hard dates that we have to deal with. They don't miss the fundraisers. and they keep donating. And it's just an incredible gift and a blessing in our lives. And I think that if I didn't have the support from this community, I think that our after would look much different. They are the people that hold us up and that help us to feel loved and cared for on the really hard, dark days.
You mentioned having that balance of friends and family and supporters who help you. Kind of makes me think of Robin, who has started a the Cure Starts Now chapter in Leah's honor, and she makes sure to help you every step of the way to make sure that everybody knows we're going to do a fundraiser for Leah. We're going to do these things, and her husband Jeremy, they're amazing people with what they do and how they are great advocates to make sure that research is being funded in Leah's name and in her honor. Kind of what does that mean to you?
They're Robin and Jeremy are two of the most kind, loving, selfless people I've ever met. I feel honored to have them as our friends, but to have them take on this chapter, it's, they have jobs and they have a child, and this is another job. And it's frankly a job that I don't want to do. So when she said, I want to keep doing it, I was so grateful to her, because as hard as it is to show up to these things, what's worse is having the research not be funded and also having your child be forgotten, right? I think that's really a fear of parents that have lost children. Like, people will forget. They'll forget their child, they'll forget their life, they'll forget your pain, right? And this is a way to bring awareness, raise money, but also remember this thing that is was our most important thing. And so to see her put in so many hours and so much effort, and to see Jeremy and them come together and put on these really, really fun, at the heart of it is this tragedy, but they're fun, and we get to connect and come together and remember Leah and tell stories and raise money. And they do it so beautifully. They are such a beautiful team that complements each other and works together. And I am so grateful that they decided to keep this chapter going, because I know it's a lot of work. And I always tell her, if you don't want to do it, I'll understand, but I can't take it. It's not something that I want to do. I will support you and I will show up. So thank you for doing this work, this important work that I don't want to take on from her. And she says, no, I want to keep doing this. This is important to me, as long as you're okay with it. And they have this beautiful way of honoring Leah and celebrating her, and also holding us, holding space for us. So they're just amazing people, and I feel grateful to have them in my orbit.
I really feel that everybody who's watching this today and who watches this in the future is there because they believe that the kids deserve better. The kids should be first. We need to do everything we can to make a change. And for Giving First and all these days to have Leah in our hearts and to be donating to make a change is so special. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me and everyone else and share your story. Leah's incredible. She is just the sweetest little thing. And y'all, she's not kidding. The braids are the cutest braids. When you look at all of her pictures and you look, oh my gosh, melts my heart. You melt my heart. Love you bunches.
Back, and we're just so grateful for all the work that you are doing to find a cure for the uncurable and the untreatable. Not only are you remembering our children, but you're doing this work tirelessly day in and day out to find a cure. And I think that people need to know that if we find a cure for this, it will unlock doors to find cures for all the cancers. We really need to prioritize the biggest, baddest dragon, like slay the biggest dragon, and all the other ones will be easy, right? So
that's right.
Thank you for all the work that you do. And we're just so grateful as parents that you're continuing to remember our kids and find a cure for the thing that took them. So thank you.
We won't stop. We will get there for sure. Thank you. Have a great day, Krista.